on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man on there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So Around Town Radio Show. That's where I go for the latest planned info. So Around Town Radio Show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
Hey everybody, good afternoon and welcome to a Monday. It is a Monday here at All Around Town Radio. You're watching our weekend update, and we're going to bring you who we got to see, and you're going to bring us who you got to see this week in live music.
It's the Weekend Review. Top 5 are coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're covering who's playing out off the open jam with the Who's Who of Talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell. With all around, you know I'm planning to do it well. So
All right, well, we got a few people live here. We're waiting on some folks to show up on the live side. Hopefully you're all out there. Let's see who's checking in with us here on the channel today. Ed Sawicki first up. How you doing, Ed? Good Monday to you as well. Hi, Rex Wright. How are you? Hey, buddy, Greg Marshall. How are you? You have a great evening as well. Steve Wick, Desolate in the house. I'm sorry about your listing last week. I don't know what happened to that, but somewhere it got missed in the shuffle. But we'll get it next time. We will. I'm sure. Bob Klein, aren't you headed to Key West or something soon? Like today? I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Hopefully you had a great week and a great weekend of live local music. That's what we're here to talk about. Welcome to All Around Town Radio. It's what we call Backstage Hall Pass on a Monday. And our weekend update, your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more. And your home for everything music here at All Around Town Radio. Glad to have you with us. If you're out there, say hi. It's a slow start here on the live feed today. It was a slow start on Thursday's show. It was. We'll talk about that in a minute. But hey, Sean Cooper, how are you? Good to see you. I got to see Sean over the weekend. I did. Always good to see my friend Sean Cooper. Bob Klein says bright and early tomorrow morning. Man, we want some reports from down there, Bob. You know, tell me how it's going. How many dates are you playing in Key West? A bunch. I wish I was going to be down there to see it. Sloppy Joe's, man. Great place. Fun stuff. Bill, how are you? Thanks for all the videos, Bill. My God, you got a lot of video on the Women Who Rock thing. Thank you, Bill. I can relive that forever and ever and ever now because of your videos. And what a great day it was. If you missed that announcement last week, 130,000 plus raised on that day. So we're still hanging high on that one. We appreciate everybody's support. And I was so honored to be included in that little day there at the Bell and the Bear. Hi, Shane DeMoss. Thanks for checking in today. Hey guys, we're waiting on a few people to show up live here. It's a little slow getting started. Like I said, it's a beautiful fall day out there, though. I get it. And happy Monday to you, Shane, as well. Thanks for being with us today. You know, I was just bragging last week. We went like 4 weeks in a row where we had 18,000+ plays on the show. Well, last week, I jinxed myself. We had 6,000. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happens sometimes. Some weeks it's big, some weeks it's not. But 6,000 is nothing to sneeze about. I used to get on here and get all excited when we had 100 viewers that watched it. So, yeah, that's cool. 11 shows in 14 days. Man, Bob, that sounds like a blast. It's going to be a good time. I don't know what just happened on the Book of Face. Maybe that's what's wrong. I'm seeing like a rapid fire video going on. Is anybody else seeing that? I don't know what's happening on my iPad. Holy crap. Facebook's lost its mind again. They have. Well, we're just going to stay here. Maybe it just caught up. I don't know. We're going to stay here live with you and see what happens because, you know, it is live on the internet. Yeah. What do you say? If every person that gets on shares once, you'll hit 50K. I'd love that if they would. That would be fantastic. I'd also like to get our followers up to 10,000. We never buy followers. You know, a lot of people do that. You can subscribe to people who will give you followers and numbers on your page. And we've never done that. And it's been a slow climb and we're at about 80. What are we at? Maybe, I don't know. We're at 8,000 something, 8,900 something, I think. Almost 9,000, but we'd like to get to 10. So if you know anybody, there's a lot of you who show up on my page that comment, like, and all that say you've been invited, but you haven't hit that little follow button on our page or any of that. So keep that in mind too. You can check those settings if you want. And we'd like to get those numbers up to 10. But anyway, or as my friend Heather at Heather says, anywho, let's get started. I had a busy week, not necessarily seeing a ton of live local music, but I did copy and paste some comments that people put on our page today we're going to talk about as well. But if you saw somebody play over the weekend and you didn't get it posted or over the week and you want to give them a shout out, please give the venue a shout out as well. Drop it in the comments and we'll pop it up there and talk about it. And yeah, I'm still nursing that. I'm trying not to be a wimp, Jim McCarthy, but yeah, I'm still nursing that. It's tough to load my equipment when I go out and do these shows some days. Hi, Janice. Thanks for dropping in. Hi, Jim Kilroy. Thank you for being here today. So let's chat about it. You know, like we said, still 6,000 views on Thursday's show. Good stuff. Had 9 people share it. That's good. The week before, 18 people shared it, and that's when it kind of blew up a little bit more. And you can follow us on all the socials, guys. Instagram, Facebook, of course, YouTube, and we are on the Twitter and the TikTok, but we don't do a whole lot on there. We don't, just to tell you, but we're voyeurs. We watch stuff like that. And our weekly programming here every Monday, it's our weekend update. Every Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday with yours truly and Karis joining me as my co-hostess with the mostest. And then Wednesday with the band. This week, who's on this week? No, it's not Crown Watts. Who do I have this week? Good. Oh, Billy Rock. I'm sorry. I just booked Crown Watts to be on the show, but Billy Rock coming on the show this week on Wednesday at noon. You want to join that one, and we'll have that for you. And then every Thursday, it's Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Heather's in Springboro. And they're bringing you Who's Playing Out, the best musicians and venues in the tri-state and what's going on here. Hi, Shane. What's Shane got to say? He saw Spongeworthy at the phone booth and played for a rowdy crowd with Triple Nickel Band Saturday at Camp-A-Lot Campground up north. Camp-A-Lot. Wow. Is that like Camelot, but Camp-A-Lot? Thanks, Shane. Yes. Thank you, Shane. I do give free hugs and candy. I do. This time of year. I just bought a bag of candy for Halloween for the house today. Yes, but we don't get a lot of kids because there's a big event that goes on at the end of our cul-de-sac. You don't care, but yeah. Most of them don't come down the full cul-de-sac to see us. We're at the dead end of the cul-de-sac, so that's how that works. Hi, Amy. Thank you for being here today. Kevin, thank you. Steve Short jumping in there. I see on the Facebook. And if you're out there on YouTube, say hi as well. Shane's on the YouTube channel, Shane Knick. Yes. What's up, Steve Short? Hey, let me chat for a minute, too, about Thursday. Musicians, if you're watching, get your gigs in to me by Thursday at noon. And we'll put them on the Thursday live show for this weekend. A lot going on. There's a big festival in Springboro, Boo Fest in Springboro and all that. So lots going on. So please get those in to me early if you can. And hit the like. Thank you, Kevin. All right. Let's talk about this week in music. I started out this week last Wednesday at Heather's. You know, we have that residency there all the way through November. November 13th is going to be our last day. That's our big championship for Name That Tune this year. And November 13th coming your way. and that is headed towards us very quickly. So we're about out of chances for you to come play Name That Tune on a Wednesday night. We had last week, it was 44 degrees when I started the game. And by the end of the game, it was 38, and I still had 130 people and 18 teams, man. I love you people. I can't begin to express how much we love you for coming on Wednesdays and being there. The faithful followers, they're there through rain, sleet, snow, hurricanes, tornadoes. We've had it all, and they're always there, and they're always ready to play. Hi, John Dale. How are you? What's going on? And Amy, thanks for dropping in. Good to see you. And Jim McCarthy says Crown Watts introduced their new bassist. Yeah, he's going to be, he's actually, Alex Hughes is going to be on the show, I believe, with us when we have Crown Watts on. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. It is. So let's, we talked about Heather's. Let's talk about Friday night for a minute. I took Thursday off. Thursday night at the Bell is a great night, but I took it off Thursday and Friday. Went to a new place I hadn't been yet. I've heard a lot about it. It's called Entropy, Entropy. I hope I'm saying it right. Entropy Brewing in Miamisburg, Ohio. It's a cool joint, man. Let me tell you. And they have a lower bar. It's called Lower the Bar is the name of the bar that's downstairs in this place. It's like a little speakeasy. It's just cool as hell. And there's a stage down there. Our friends David and Chris were playing with Last Call Duo. Had a chance to hear them, and what a great show it was down there. If you haven't been, hey, Bob Flanagan, how are you? Thanks for dropping in today. If you haven't checked out Entropy, they have killer food. The food we had was fantastic. A lot of like tacos and things like that there. They have like... it's a cool menu. And then the atmosphere, even the upstairs area where the brewery area is and all that is really cool. And that's family friendly. And then the lower deck, or the lower level, as it's called, they call it the lower the bar or whatever it is, downstairs is adults only. And it's where the music's being played, but the music is piped upstairs too. So the people upstairs get a chance to hear the music. Really cool concept. Shane, I know you've played it before. I think you opened it, actually, the first day they were open. You guys opened for them there, and what a cool vibe it has. And let me talk about Last Call for a minute. If you've seen Last Call, the full band, you know they're really a great band to begin with. But there's several variations: the Last Call Trio, the Last Call Duo, depending on who they can get for the night to play and all that. Hi, Scott Elvis Miller from Sponge. Thank you for being here. Rick Hansen, thank you so much. Hi, Max. Thanks for being with us. Jim, thanks for that link. All right. So, Last Call. It's like a trip through the yacht rock era. The harmonies of these two gentlemen are spot on perfect. It's easy listening music. They tend to pump it up a little occasionally and get the crowd, but the crowd was so focused on them there at Entropy and killing it. Dave and Chris. Chris has the majority of the vocal work in that band, but David can sing too, and David sings amazing harmonies. And it's a acoustic guitar and a bass combo. And what a deal. What a great thing. Hi, Rachel. How are you? I have to apologize to Rachel. I do. Been crazy busy, Rachel. Steve Stein, how are you? Thank you for being here. Kara, thanks for dropping in today. So if you like the music of Seals and Croft, America, gosh, what else did we hear? That just a host of, and I was so wrapped up in the music and listening to these guys, I didn't write a whole lot down, but just killer music that they play. And Last Call is a must see for you guys. Whether you see the full band is amazing, but even down to the duo, it's still just killer music. And from that era of, and I don't even, Neil Young, things like that, soft rock stuff, but folky soft rock, so to speak, and yacht rock. I mean, that's all I can put it as, and just so good and so well done. And they take requests from the audience. There was a group of people there yelling out requests. In fact, I think I yelled out a little River Band song or something that they did. And it was fun. It was a great time. So I've got to give a big shout out to our friends from Last Call. I've reported on them numerous times on the show. We see them as much as we can, and I'm not going to dig too deep into it. But if you know Chris Reynolds, he's also in the band Love Bomb. David Linda is also in Barely Able. And they tend to play quite a bit out there. So you'll get a chance to cross paths with those guys. And the other thing I like about those two guys is when they're not playing, they're out supporting music. They're out supporting other artists too. We have so many of those in our music community who get out and support the other musicians on their nights when they're off and all that. And that's just a cool thing. There's Benny Bodine, speaking of great voices and musicianship. How are you, Benny? Good to see you. You're late. That's a demerit for you, Benny. It is. So that was a Friday night first part, and that ended early. That ended at like 10 o'clock. 7 to 10 is what they played down there. In fact, they closed the place up at like 10 o'clock. But, it was funny. I was talking to one of the managers there, and he kind of hit it on the head. Miamisburg's a bustling place now. There's a lot going on in Miamisburg. They've really revitalized that downtown area. But by about 10 o'clock, the sidewalks roll up. I mean, people are done down there. So it's an early night, but you can go grab dinner. Then you can go see a second show if you want, somebody playing late, which we did. We popped on over to the Miamisburg Moose and saw a band I've not seen in 15 years probably, the Flashback Band. And they were playing at the Moose. Had the usual good crowd at the Miamisburg Moose. It's an affordable place to go, I will say that, and it's a wonderful venue. And the people that run it really strive to have the entertainment there and get people in there that do a good job. Gary Ridgway helps book that. If you know Lakes Ridge Band, they played on Saturday. I didn't get a chance to go to that because I had another gig. But really a good place to go see live music. And they have big dinners on Friday nights, Saturday nights, kitchen steak night on Friday, which is phenomenal. So you can go have dinner there too. But you can catch, we caught the Flashback Band, and I didn't see enough of them to even report on them, to be honest with you. We got in there late, and they had a bunch of people that they were bringing up on stage that were other players that kind of jumped up and played with them. So, it did not, I couldn't really tell a whole lot about the band. I can't speak freely about them because they had a lot of substitute players jumping up and in and out that evening, but it was a good time. Shane, you say you fill in with them? I didn't know that. Okay, there we go. So had a chance to catch, they did a couple Santana tunes, and the female lead up front, I don't know her name. I never got a chance to talk to him or anything, playing the bongos, man. And oh my God, she was good. They did a great job with Santana. They did. It was fun to hear. And that's something different. That's something you don't always hear done by cover bands. And they did a great job at killing it. So, Brenda is the lead singer. Thank you for that, Shane. I appreciate it. Yeah. And Brenda can play those bongos, man. She can hit them. She's wearing her gloves. She was getting it. And that was fun to see, but we didn't get a chance to see enough of them to actually report. We got there very late, and they were done by like 11. So we were in one and done, as they say, in there, and that's how that worked for Friday night. Then on Saturday, I had an opportunity to do an event that what's Kara says Santana would be hard to cover. Yes, it is hard to cover, and they did a good job with it. And Shane says she tends to dance on tables too. Wow. I didn't see that part, but they had a lot of dancers there. They had a lot of people on the dance floor. So obviously there's a good crowd that comes to the Moose there in Miamisburg, and they're dancers. You'll see them out and about at other places, but you can tell when they show up because they hit that dance floor and they keep it hopping. Literally. Carl's in there. We know Carl. He's one of the dancers. He is. So let me talk about Saturday for a minute. No live music for me. I used pre-recorded music. I played 80s and 90s Name That Tune trivia for a Pink Ribbon Good event for my good friend Mary Beth, who puts this on every year at Mac's Tavern. I got to give Mackenzie a big shout out from Mac. She was a great host. The bar staff there, wonderful people. I was a little disappointed by the crowd size. I can tell you that because there was so much going on, and Saturday was such a beautiful night. I kept telling Mary Beth, if it had been raining, we'd have had a lot more people, but it was one of those beautiful outdoor nights where Well, I think DeMoss was playing like Hidden Valley Orchards and places. Those kind of places do very well when it's that kind of weather. And you just you roll the dice because that time of year we've done it where there's been snow before too. Mary Beth's event is good. We gave away a lot of prizes, tons of prizes. Everybody there won something, I think. And we'd had, a gift card board, which was huge with local folks. I got to give Benny a big shout out from Centerville Pizza for giving a ton of stuff there. Heather's, lots of stuff on the board that was given away as well. So we had a fun time with that. We played, we did some 80s and 90s. We had one round called Sweating in Your Spandex, which was interesting. And then we had a 90s one-hit wonders round. And and just had a really good time. Just a wonderful time there. And if you don't know about Pink Ribbon Good, Pink Ribbon Good is a wonderful organization, formerly known as the Pink Ribbon Girls. But do you know they're all across the country now? But whatever money they collect in the local entity stays in that local entity. It's very interesting how all that works. So they help females and males with cancer, but mostly females with reproductive type cancers and breast cancer. And I mean, they drive these people to appointments. They bring food to their house. They take their kids places. It's a wonderful group of people, top-notch group. And anytime you want to give to something in Pinktober, give it to Pink Ribbon Good because it stays local. I know there's big ones out there, Susan Komen, all that foundation, all that stuff. That's on the national level. And that money has a lot of overhead to it. Just keep that in mind. This one doesn't. And man, Pink Ribbon Good. They're now in San Francisco Bay Area. They're in Cincinnati. Lots of places. And Kara, I was sad you weren't there either. I know you guys had a party that night to go to. A lot of people did that normally would have been there. I know the O'Neills and that were there as well. So just, it's one of those nights, but we still had a great crowd. The people who were there had fun. They played. We enjoyed our evening with them, gave away, like I said, a lot of prizes. So Max Tavern, I got to give a shout out to Kung Fu Barbecue was in the parking lot. They had their food truck set up and they were doing a killer job of making some really amazing Korean style barbecue tacos and things like that, which people really raved about. So good time at Max Tavern. That was my Saturday night. Didn't have a whole lot there to talk about this weekend of live local music. But we'll be back at it hard next weekend because that's the Boo Fest in the borough, and it's going to be crazy with all that. Bob Herman saw Mr. Man and the Mojo Band. He wanted to shout them out, and I have that on my sheet here. And Midwest Misses at Brookville Street Fair. Chuck saw that one. Valerie saw Dangerous Jim and the Slims at Fretboard Brewing, and that was Jim's album release party. I'm so glad he had a great crowd for that. We got a chance to help promote that on our Wednesday show. He was live with me on Wednesday, and we chatted about that one. And it's out on blue vinyl, man. If you want to pick up a cool album, it's got that neat song, if you've seen it posted on our page, called Cincinnati Rocks. Look at the video of that. It's like a tourism trip through Cincinnati. It's awesome. And Dangerous Jim and the Slims. And then the Lightning Rods opened that show up. Sherry's band that she put together at the Fantasy Rock Camp. And that's kind of cool, too. They got to open that show. So that was a good one at Fretboard on Saturday night. Steve Falera's project got a lot of mentions at Middletown Moose and at Billy's Burgers on Saturday. Said some great shows there. Vinyl Countdown got a ton of shout outs too. One from John Esper saying Miami Valley Gaming Friday night. Great times. And then Craig Lewis got to see Acoustic Blue. I'm glad that Craig got to see Acoustic Blue because that's a cool one as well. So thank you, Craig, for writing that one in today. And Erica got to see Ashley Knapp at Entropy Brewing on, I believe, Friday night. She played there. Or no, I'm sorry, Saturday night she played there because I was there Friday. So Saturday night. So really big weekend of live music. Could have been, you never know, could have been our last night's weekend for outdoor shows and stuff. And Mike said it was a great show at Fretboard. I knew you were running sound for that. I figured it'd be quality. That's quality stuff there, Clark. Mike Coons on sound. It's always good. It's always good. And what else we got? Anybody else out there see somebody over the weekend you want to give a quick shout out to? Drop it in the comments. We've got a few minutes left here, and we will. I want to remind you, though, tomorrow, Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis and Scott comes your way at 5 o'clock. That is going to be a good time, as always. Last week, we were warm and fuzzy, talking about all kinds of stuff. This week, Joy and Judgment will probably be back. I don't know what we're going to talk about. If you've got a topic, ship it to us. We always accept topics, and we don't have to say who you are. If you have something you want to bitch about or something you want to be happy about, send us to us. Sherry said Mike did an amazing job. Sherry, I heard your band did an amazing job, so glad to hear it. For real. Dangerous Jim rocked. He is amazing. You know, the more and more I'm around him, the more I want to be around him because he's a cool guy with a great vibe and a positive attitude on life, and I love that. He's a happy musician. He's happy to play whether it's to 2 people or 200 people. He doesn't care. And Ashley says the Rockstar Band did an amazing benefit. Thank you. And Steve was on sound for Jay Clark Band at Mr. Burroughs Saturday. Yeah, I had a gig there. Didn't get a chance. Usually try to come see Jay when he's there, and didn't get to. And unfortunately, because I was working. But that's how it works. And Bill got to see the Thursday Jam. Friday, Miss Jackie at the Bell and the Bear. Love Miss Jackie. Can I just say that? I love Miss Jackie. Anybody that doesn't love Miss Jackie, you're crazy. I saw her costume too, Bill, on your video. I was cracking up. She's something. She is. And yes, Jason Ebbs in town. How cool is that? Awesome. And yeah, you, Sherry, you're playing with some rock stars. You are. It's so cool. And Sean got to see Mike Combs. He said that guy jams. Yeah. 2 for the road, Mike Combs. But when he's solo, he's Mike Combs. Good stuff. Totally good stuff. Hey, what's anybody doing this week? Anybody go anywhere this week? Anything planned? Amy said the benefit Kicking Cancer's Ass benefit party for Jeff Case was amazing to be part of. Thank you, Amy, for doing that. You guys rock. Rock star band. I love them. And Amy, you rocked it out at the Bell and the Bear last Sunday, too. I got to give you props, son. You did a great job. Killed it. Stephen Bell in the house. They're getting ready for their big Halloween bash coming up. We'll be reporting on that one this week. Halloween bash. They do a Halloween party like no other band. They put more time and effort into this than you would ever imagine. Sean loves Miss Jackie also. Yeah, don't we all? And building it now. Yes, I can imagine. So that's about it today for us, guys. Mark Stevens just dropped in. Speaking of Dangerous Jim and the Slims, how you doing, Mark? And Kara's going to Trivia Dayton Art Institute for a reception. And Heather's for that one party band this weekend. Good. You're going to our trivia, right, on Wednesday? I hope you're there. Not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, we have a costume contest for Halloween and maybe even a Spooky Tunes round that night and name that tune. So show up for that one, if you will, folks. Got a lot going on. Lots of stuff going on. And tomorrow, Tuesday, will be my 4th anniversary party at Mr. Burroughs Tavern for Tuesday trivia. So that's happening tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And yes, Amy, you were, you just stepped up there like a pro, and I'm so proud of you, and you do such a good job. Erica, thank you for that. We got here October 26th fretboard. Ralph and the Rhythm Hounds will have a fundraiser for his son and wife who were in a motorcycle accident. Okay, that's on October 26th at Fretboard. Look for that one on Fretboard's page too, guys, if you want more info on it. For real, for real. All right, I'm going to get on out of here. It's been 30 minutes. We've been here long enough today on a Monday, but thank you for being here. And if you're not going out tonight, stay in and enjoy yourself. But if you are going out, get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. There actually is live music on Monday nights out there. So look it up, check it out. Got some of it on our page. It's also listed on the Warren County Post in a digitized copy of what we do on Thursdays. And bands and stuff that are out there, musicians, please send it to me by noon on Thursday to make the list. We'd appreciate that very much. Until then, thank you for being with us today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow live at 5 with Hot Topic Tuesday. Some joy and judgment from Karis and Scott coming your way tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Till then, have a great night, everybody. Goodbye. Oh, hell, I didn't mention Concert for a Cure tonight at the Bright Side in Dayton. Stranger is playing. There are still tickets available for that. It's a benefit as well. Concert for a Cure tonight at the Bright Side. Thanks for sharing, people. I appreciate it.
Showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities that they may represent.